Hi, I'm from FreeForm, and what I'd like to show you tonight is some of the balances that we do in FreeForm that we can achieve. But before I start, let me just say one thing, that the idea of balance is not something that we can control, it's something you access. And once you access it, you can start to move with balance, and it has an extraordinary development in the body and the mind. In actual fact, it changes the hard wiring of our minds, because it teaches our body to be more adaptable, it connects our body in a much more usable way, and it completes us more than actually separates us. So I'd like to show you some of the balances that we do, and not the stuff you should try at home, mind you, but these balances are things that we achieve after lots of practice. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just hop on the ball first and foremost. And when I'm on the ball, I access my survival mind. Your survival mind is critical because it is your balance and it's your sixth sense, which is your most powerful sense. You've got your other five senses: your smell, your touch, your feeling, your eyesight, of course, and your hearing, and your taste. But balance is the critical sixth sense. It's the major sense, the most powerful of all those senses that we have. And once we access balance and we stimulate our body in such a way, we keep our body much younger. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some balances for you and show you some of the things that we do. Just move this back this way. Yep. I'll do that again. Called a kneel down. I'll do this again with two balls. You watch, I'll go down with my right leg up with my left leg. And I'll go with my right leg. Go with my right leg. I'll go down with my left leg. Come up with my right. With a balance. Go with my left, come up with my left. 4 different ways, 4 different combinations. The reason for that is that I develop a balance, not a dominant side in my body. And what we try and do is we try and give our body a way of developing both sides. Both sides are critical, otherwise we have a dominant side, we've got a dominant emotion, we have a dominant physical side, and what we want to do is make sure they're more even. So to do that, we explore the possibilities of what our body can do at all different levels. Okay? Come down again, and this time I'll go on with my right foot, well, I went on with my left foot before. Close to the camera. I'm just going to show you standing on 2 balls. Okay. I'm going to grab the 3rd ball, in this case it is a bowling ball, 16-pound bowling ball. And these balls are a little bit soft, so they're a little bit soft to my feet. So what's happening with my body is that my nervous system is functioning at a very high level. And if my nervous system is functioning at a very high level, I'll just come up so I can speak to you. My nervous system is functioning at a very high level, and my body is being stimulated at a much more complete level. This is the thing that keeps your body young, and we all want our body younger. This is, incidentally, without drugs, no stimulation, simply by practice, by focus, understanding the nature of a practical self, a physical self, a mental self, and a creative, aware self. Now, practical is our structure. I have to have a strong structure, otherwise I'll fall off. But look, I'm moving, my body's reacting, and that's my water. My body has to move, but my mind is focused. Because if it's not focused, I'm just going to fall off. But the last thing, not the most important, but very important, is the awareness. If I'm aware of my balance and the touch and what's taking place, then I'm in tune with it. And it's like, it's very much like eating vegetables and believing they're good for you. What happens is that the psychosomatic effect, the feeling we have, knowing that what I'm doing and aware of what I'm doing is good for me, is sensational. So I'll go back and do a couple more. I'll go back the other way. And normally, on a good practice night, 100 of these through the legs. And that's the sort of practice that we want. I'll put it next. I'm only going to show you those. We'll hop off, because balance must be by design. If I fell off and therefore finish the session by showing you by falling off, I'm not actually completing the session. Balance must be by design. Therefore, if I hop on and hop off, I must have that balance. Let me just demonstrate for you. I'll just put those balls to one side for a second, and I'll bring in a purple ball. I'll just show you a couple of things that we do on a purple ball. We call this a base unit. I'll go back a little bit so you've got the camera in tune there. Base unit is the ability to hop on the ball and have that balance. So once I'm on, I need to explore that. I can't just hop on and just stay. If I use my will, I'll only stay on for a small amount of time. As strong as my will could be, I could actually run through a brick wall with my will, but it's not going to give me access to balance. Number 2 is what we call a scarecrow. Number 3, kneel around. And again, as I said before, if I kneel around one way, I want to be able to kneel around the other way. And then from there, I'll come slightly forward, if I can. And I'll use the same momentum now of spin. Again, both ways. My body gets reacting all the time, it's continually balancing. In actual fact, let's say it's the art of rebalance. This is not necessarily the art of balance, because my body's continually to rebalance in this process. And what it's doing for me, if we took my mind and put it on a grid, if you like, you'd see so many things happening. So many different connections being made that normally are not made, because I'm outside a conditioning process. I'm not lifting a weight in a structured position, even though my body's structured. I'm moving my own body weight in relation to balance. And therefore doing that, I have to rebalance continually. I don't expect and stay in balance, because I'll just fall out of balance. What happens is that I extend my ability to feel and to be aware. What I do, I can actually get to a position where, if you can give me a next shot, to stand up. I can actually even go from that position. Excuse my back, I'm just going to go around. I'll just go the one way in this case, even though both ways are part of what we try and do. Look at my body, it's reacting all the time. Now, balance by design. Look. Touch. Yeah, that's the air. Movement. That's the water. Focus. That's the fire. Structure. That's the earth. Look at my legs, if they're too much together, I'm going to fall off, so I need that structure. Look at what it does to my body. And from there I can go to whole different levels. There, move around to this point, which I'll